Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2 Unit 0 review. Remember to show every step and to write your answers on the lines. So the first 6 questions are asking us to simplify each expression. Now when we are simplifying, they're asking us to follow the rules of Pemdas. So remember parentheses or the grouping symbols, exponents and roots, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction from left to right. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to go inside the absolute values. That's where I have to start. And the absolute value of, well, 12 minus 18, I got to go inside first, is -6. Okay, so everything else stays the same. Okay, I can't multiply because left to right division comes first, and before I can divide, I got to figure out what that is. So the absolute value of a -6 is +6. So I have +6 divided by 6 times 2 minus 10. So remember, from left to right, 6 divided by 6 is 1 times 2 minus 10. 1 times 2 is, 2. And then 2 minus 10, we get our final answer of -8. All right, number 2. Remember, inside the parentheses first. Okay, so we have 7 minus 9, which is not just 2, it's a -2. After I take care of parentheses, I have to do the exponent, which means -2 times -2. Good, and that's a +4. Okay, now I can't subtract because I have to multiply. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. Good. And now addition and subtraction from left to right. So I have to subtract first. 20 minus 12 is 8. And then 8 plus 4 we get, 12. All right. So there's no equal sign, so we don't have to solve. So we just need to combine like terms. So as I'm combining like terms, I'm looking for the highest exponent first, so I can put it in standard form. And those do not cancel. -16 minus 16 is -32. Combine the coefficients, the variables stay the same. And then -3 plus 5 would be a +2n. And since I can't do anything else, that's my final answer, -32n plus 2n. All right, number 4, they're making us do a little bit of work. Okay, I see parentheses, and outside that parentheses is -2/3. So I need to distribute the -2/3 to everything inside. Now, we can do this in your head, but remember we've got a calculator too. So if you want to double check, that's fine. But the first thing we're distributing that -2/3 to is the +6. So -2/3 times 6 gives us -4, and that would be -4m. And then -2/3 times 12, we're going to do this one in our heads. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8, and it's going to be -8. And then plus the 7m squared. Okay, so writing this in standard form, the 7m squared comes out first. Combine your like terms, and then that 8 is all left alone. Okay, so you can have the one there. That's correct, but when you see the answer on a test, it'll look like that, 7m squared plus m minus 8. All right, number 5. Now, for number 5, you can just start distributing everything. I think doing the box method is a little bit easier. Okay, I have a binomial, the 3x minus 4, times a trinomial, 8x squared minus 2x plus 1. Why don't you guys see if you can multiply everything, and then we will combine like terms together. Good luck. Okay, so when I start combining like terms, my highest exponent is the 24x cubed. Okay, then I can combine the negative 6x squared and the negative 32x squared to get negative 38x squared. Then purple, we have plus 11x, okay, right here. And then finally, plus 1. Okay, so remember, when we're multiplying, we multiply the numbers and we add the exponents. All right, number 6. So the key thing with number 6 is that we have that squared there, and it doesn't mean I get to distribute the square. Okay, it means there are 2 of the bases. All right, so I have 6x minus 7 times 6x minus 7. So this one I'll distribute. 6 times 6 is 36, and x times x is x squared. Now 6 times negative 7 would be negative 42x. Once again, negative 7 times 6 would be negative 42x. And the negative 7 times negative 7 is a positive 49. I'm not done yet because I need to combine like terms, and when we do that, we get 36x squared minus 84x. Those don't cancel. Plus 49. Okay. For 7 through 9, they're asking us to evaluate each expression. Okay, so they're going to tell us what x and y is, and then we need to plug them in. All right, so we have 3 times x minus 4 times y cubed. So x is 7, and y is negative 1. So we're just following orders of operations. So I have to do the exponent first. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is still negative 1. 3 times 7, because we're going to multiply, is 21. And then this is negative 4 times negative 1. We can multiply that too to get a positive 4. And then 21 plus 4 is, that's right, 25. Okay, so b squared minus 4ac. Does anybody recognize that? No? You will soon. Okay, so just try to plug everything into where it belongs. And then let's solve or simplify. Order of operations, negative 3 squared is negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. Okay. After I do that, then I can multiply. Negative 4 times 2 is 8, and then, well, negative 8, and then negative 8 times negative 1 would be a positive 8, and the 9 plus 8 is 17. All right, number 9. So I'm going to switch this up into the top right here, and then the bottom over here. So b is negative 4, and a is 3. So I'm going to do the top first. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16, plus 2 times 3 is 6, and negative 16 plus 6 is negative 10. So on the top, I have negative 10. Now on the bottom, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Okay, and now I just simplify. I either plug it into my calculator, negative 10 divided by negative 8, or I simplify it in my head. I don't want the decimal, I want the fraction. So we get 5 over 4. All right. Last 4 for this side. So it says classify each polynomial according to its degree and number of terms. So it's asking us to refer to 0.2 notes. So if you don't have the 0.2 notes, remember you can always go to the website. Here I am right now, classcarranza.pbworks.com. We're in Algebra 2, Unit 0. Oh, 0.2 notes. Let's take a look. Here's our key. And voila. That's what we're talking about right there. Okay? Knowing when it's constant, linear, quadratic, and cubic, and then monomial, binomial, trinomial, and polynomial. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I always like, before I try to classify it, I want to make sure it's in standard form. So let's see, we've got the negative 3x squared plus 4x plus 9, because then we can kind of see if anything combines, and it doesn't. So my highest exponent is 2, which means it's going to be a quadratic, and then I count the number of terms it has, 3, so it's a quadratic trinomial. Okay? Now, for 11, my highest exponent is 1. Okay, so that means this is a linear, and there's only one term, so it's a linear monomial. Number 12, I'm going to put it in standard form. That's a negative 5x cubed plus 7x. My highest exponent is 3, so that means it's going to be a cubic. And there are 2 terms, so it's a cubic binomial. And the last one, 6, there are no variables here, so that means this is a constant. And there's only 1 term, so it's a constant monomial. Okay, well that's going to be it for the first video of the review. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 2 Unit 0 Review, Video 1. Thanks for watching.